Because now, when you do a readmission, in your original course that you're currently doing informatics, they no longer regard you as their student. You are waiting to be admitted into the course that you design.
Emma.
So until they accept you on the other side, you are on the you are neither an informatics student nor a BH student.
There came time for elections. I was elected as the Secretary for Student Faculty Council. And from that day onward, I took an oath to say, I'll do all that is in my powers to ensure that there is no student within this campus or within the institution who's at my reach that is going to struggle.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Authentic Reflections with now Mr. Productions. Don't call me Lesage anymore. It's not my name anymore. But anyways, welcome to Authentic Reflections with Mr. Productions. And today, I've got a very insightful and very interesting conversation that I'm going to be having with future leaders of South Africa. But now, they just lead us of Tana University of Technology. What? Smile. That's proper. So around me is all the students representing Humanities SFC as well as ICT SFC. They are here to tell us more about educational stuff in TUT. You know, they're going to give me give me a detailed breakdown on what is today's podcast about. What are they going to educate you and everything? But for now, just know we've got the Secretary of ICT over there. We've got Kamo Mudula Situ, the chairperson of Humanities, and over there we've got Secretary, right? The Secretary of Humanities. Without further ado, let me allow them to introduce themselves, and then from there we can carry on with the interview, about things as well as stuff, and key take points that you should take from this interview. Anyways, on my left-hand side, my sister, may you please tell us? So, Ndele Mikey Inosis.
So my name is Misivi Ivy Mampa. I am the chairperson of the Student Faculty Council under the Humanities Faculty.
But they can't hear you proper. Ghost, can you hear? Can you hear?
Who's it? Like this. Okay. Yes. Should I start?
Start over, please. Yeah.
Okay. So hi listeners. So my name is Misivi Mampa. I'm the chairperson, known as leadership of the Faculty of Humanities in the Student Faculty Council. I hope you're going to learn a lot about our university and the insights of academics from us.
Thank you very much. Number.
Greetings to the audience at large. Here with you is Austin Mongwe, the Secretary of ICT, the Student Faculty Council. And yeah, be intrigued because we are about to share a bit more information about our university.
And this guy decides to sound like Cyril Ramaphosa. Anyways, next.
Profound greetings to you all. My name is Jimmy Selejo. I am the current secretary of the Student Faculty Council under the Faculty of Humanities, not leadership.
Mutants people at large. Okay, guys, I invited you guys here to educate the people that are out there about the processes they need to follow in order to get what they're looking for. You know, students out there, they're struggling with readmission, probation, exclusion, all of those things. And I want you guys to shed more light to the people out there. I got sharp. Okay, so I'm going to start with Modula Situ. Bona, as a gap, Samusadi. Right, leadership, tell us more. Give us a breakdown of what we're going to cover today.
Okay, I'm just going to start with something that is very heartbreaking that students don't realize. So in our institution, when you are doing every admission online, right? Say you are admitted in ICT for informatics and you don't like the course, you want to change to humanities and literature, or maybe in IT and technology. So students, what they do is that they do the admission online and they never follow it through during the admission time. Then they wait for this time of the year, the most stressful time of the year, to come and inquire, and then some will even wait for the day of the registration. And when they go to their ITAs, the system tells them that it does not recognize them as students. Because now, when you do a readmission, in your original course that you're currently doing informatics, they no longer regard you as a student. You are waiting to be admitted into the course that you design.
Emma.
So until they accept you on the other side, you are on the you are neither an informatics student nor a BH student. So a lot of students have struggled with it. Some were calling and breaking. And these things are stigmatizing because honestly is that admissions and registrations is not our industry. We are just there to make sure that students in our faculty are at ease. Some of them is at and they can come here. And yeah, in so we are here to make sure that there are issues we can safely go to the relevant directorate or department and inquire for them. So they must safeguard against casting in the future that you don't do a readmission during the course of the year. Rather, you come now when you're sure that there's space and give readmission, and then they accept you immediately and then you can register. Because with your children, even now, can't register. The system does not propose an recognition prestigious, which is very heartbreaking. So my piece is that don't do a readmission during the course of the year. Rather, you wait for the start of the year and do it. But if you do it during the course of the year, follow it through. Go home knowing hurry. Go be everyone very accent students informatics.
Otherwise, say you're going to linger around.
It allows you to revise and it tells you how you are financially excluded. Which gives you hope for it still a student. So I hope that enable stop you cannot because you are not a student. Or now you are even more fast
To game attack.
yeah.
Wow.
That is number one of the home that we've been facing throughout this time of the year. And I will allow my colleagues to share on what came out strong for them. And then I think after that we'll break down where SSC fits in all of the structures, the student representative structures.
Okay. My brothers, you have a mic. This one wants to drop the mic now. Come on, throw some bars here. I'm a student at TUT. I'm SFC. Yeah, boom. Yeah.
It's about you.
I've left the career a long time ago, but I still have something at the table in the box. Yeah. My name is Austin, student leader, secretary ICT, Kitsweri SFC. Tota iki papa ka re leng sekolong. Re gopela ena tšhelete or else a rena dijo sekolong.
Le reka dijo la di apeya then ke dilo stofo.
Yes.
So I'm that little bear.
Yeah, it's soon. Out of the good. Yeah, guys. Well, I'll just tell me tea. Got here 2023. Right? And yeah, things were tough because there's the first day you don't know anything, but then we have to soldier on. Jumped home, you have to be independent on all of that. Is my journey started with me being a task rep. Task rep, I also joined this program called Sub Junior Programs, which is under the SGLD department, directorate. And the way I equip myself with the leadership skills, I'm hindering that I have to hear that are keeping me going. It's because of Mr. Pax package. Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to him. Yeah, so from first rep and the top junior leadership, that's what equipped me with the leadership skills that I have. And then I soldiered on to become an RC last year. RC, and then I became the chairperson of the residence committee, Ihemeres.
We do last deal.
From there, I became the deputy chair of chairs, which is the deputy chairperson of all the chairpersons, because we had a committee like that. Push. Yeah, there were changes that I've made. I actually wanted to develop a system for the residences, which
they can report their maintenance issues.
Yeah.
Those maintenance issues be reported same time to the Department of Maintenance.
Aye.
We're here, but then now when we report our issues, it takes time. They are prolonged. They don't get attended to then there. See, we have to wait a very long time. So yeah, I'm still in the process of developing it, and I hope next year.
SFC. What are you facing? Tell us. What are people? I come about readmission. They told us about readmission this time.
I'm going to give it an introduction, guys. I know to fit with. So the previous station.
You are a student. You speak English.
The revolutionary. Yeah, so the previous leadership of the SFC was the likes of Amase, Amalo, Ona, Mukuna, and Tediwana Shisongor. Those people showed me what leadership is as they picked up the ICT faculty and proved where it is today. With whatever that they were facing, they made sure services, if students had the call, they were there to answer. So that's what it gave me. No, I feel like I can be just like.
What are some of the issues that stood up that you took note of?
The issues that stood up basically were consecutive writing of exams. Basically, last year, there was this problem that you all had. Even humanity said, I'm sure they are aware of this. You write today, tomorrow you're writing again the following day.
Before that,
Yeah, which you cannot write consecutively. Where do you get the chance to start? Because at least you can study for 2 modules out the third one. When it gets there, now you tie.
And just to interrupt, you might allow me.
do you allow?
More than enough.
Because I'm good. Forget this.
Well, I'm going to give you this mic and hold it like that.
During our first meeting of TTSAM, so TTSAM, it's a sitting that chairpersons and ETOs sit in. ETOs is Education and Transformation Officers. We sit in that meeting with the delegates from all the departments in the institution. And then when all the issues are not heard, we report them there. So when I was there and reporting the same issue that you're talking about of writing under duress, as I presented it, and then I entered, if you note, our first timetables, they come as preliminary.
Preliminary.
So it's the responsibilities of the SFC that after the issuing of the timetable, they have to disseminate to their constituents and ask them to check if their schedule is okay. If it's not okay, it's the responsibility of the chairperson and the secretary and all the office bearers of the SFC to report to the department of the timetable to say, this course, they're writing 4 consecutive days. And some you find what they're writing 4 consecutive days and data. Then there's someone who's writing during the 4 weeks of the examination, they're writing 1 module per week. You understand? So those are some of the issues that, as a student, I never knew that I have a say in how my timetable is set.
I can say, yeah, change it. I want to write today and next year and next year.
No. Not bad, yeah. Not linear too much. But then what I'm saying is that in the 4 week of our, normally our exams are 4 weeks. In the 4 weeks, if you feel like your exams are too congested, you can ask, Corey, can this be moved to? And then the department, once they receive all the complaints, they make the final timetable. I didn't know until last year in November when you attended that.
This year I'm going to use you. Well, I'm under RCT, so you're supposed to present us.
No, that thing is already there. Like right now, what's going on is that we've just received the timetable for the classes and
For the classes?
yeah. And that timetable is looking very haphazard. God. So now I've sent it off to my constituents. Told them, guys, just check where is your modules clashing, what time, which intervals should we give you, you see. So after if they can just abide by everything that I told them. It was nice. It was nice. Being hot my food on it.
That is proper. So she interjected. You may continue with your story. I forgot.
It feels like they influenced me or no. I can do something like that as well. Sharp. Then came the big days, if I may say, where we had to fight for nominations. We got the nominations. Then Top Mama came out. Akiritla, I'm the only one.
Uncontested. I was supposed to contest. I was supposed. See if you can beat me.
I started checking now. Oh, Mama hit me then. I started asking myself, maybe there's something wrong with the system. I can't be the only one who's qualifying to be a secretary. What's going with what are these people doing when I'm studying and they are also studying? Wait up. Because there's this section in Yadi Marks. I'm sure.
You must be someone who's passing.
Yeah, bo.
We must not fail a producer. We don't want people who fail.
When with us, score, Mara. We passed.
You maintain the 68%.
60.
Where?
So I felt it's fine. What happened then? I kept trying, okay, let's what's going on. People kept on getting cut out from the pitch about until there was this number that was left. Came manifestos. We did our manifestos. I saw I was still the only one. Till here I am today, standing before you as the faculty SFC secretary. Who was Ankoto. It's very nice to be rapping numbers.
Pandas. Find me the popo. You see, I don't have it. I beg you, whoever's watching, please stop it. Anyways, let's continue.
So currently, we came back since ish. No, us leaders must behave different. Came back and then we've noticed already there are these frequently asked questions over social media, WhatsApp or what there. And as far as this, as far as that, how do you register? So what we did is just that we compiled some FAQs. Then we sent them out and where the students can go if they need assistance in terms of NSFAS, if they need assistance in terms of readmissions, so on and so on. But then they still do come to our office and we do how to tackle their issues. Now comes the working, the tragedy of duty of our faculty.
Ooh la la.
Students, guys, if I tell you that today I'm from a sitting of 5 hours because trying to get students back in the system because they were
Before we continue, what is exclusion? What is it? Yeah.
basically okay. Let me distribute it or working differentiate. There is financial exclusion. There is academic exclusion. Financial exclusion is basically when you try.
Well, I would say anymore you.
I did say, but
There is no rule there, yeah.
but then basically it's when
It's money. Financial exclusion, they remove you because you didn't pay. Anyways, yeah.
when you try to register it shows, and then this is one of the things that they will face most of the students. Alright, I would say, it immediately just says students stop from registering. Exclusion, outstanding fees. Someone's like, hey, I'm excluded. I can't start. And it's not because you can't start or you just need to pay a certain amount that they wish for, which is the 1.5. But then your NSS funded, but I still can't pay. Then we have academic exclusion. Academic exclusion goes in 2 or 3 ways. Yeah, it goes in 3 ways. You can pass your modules and not meet the minimum requirement, which is the credits, right? Let's say you passed out of 5 modules, you passed 2. Basically, modules differ. If you're doing information literacy, lab skills, then you're doing CGA, COH, PPA. Those are NCT modules. PPA is 15 credits. This is for first years. PPA is 15 credits. CGA is 15 credits. And then COE, it's 10 credits. Then information literacy is 3 credits. Life skills is 2 credits. And then there's this last one I'm forgetting, but then it also counts 50.
As a communication for academic purpose.
COE communication.
COE.
So kita CGA, COH, PPA, life skills, information literacy.
Computer fundamentals.
Computer fundamental CGA. Is this one I'm forgetting? Mara Armo. But then if you're in an augmented program, let's get so each. I wanna give it mara ra lebala hore mara it's fine. Yeah, basically in that year, if you're in an extended program, you should be having 60 credits. So if you fail to maintain or get to half of that of those credits, you will most likely face probation next. So for probation, it's when your credits are from 30% to 49.9. If they are 30% low, that's exclusion. That's exclusion. So I also don't blame students in a way because they don't understand what's going on. They just got here their first years, but then they're not made aware of this information. That
So if you fail 30% of your credits, then if you only have 30% of your credit, then you are excluded. You can't register. Then do you negotiate it? What?
yeah, we have to negotiate it because my cases cases differ. Someone can be like, no, during the course of exams, I lost a parent, I lost an immediate family member, and then we look into that. No, the student they were getting support because they support from SASO, which is we have the mentors and tutors. They set out to actually help students in supporting them. If now they see, oh no, this number of students are struggling with PPA, this programming, which is the past top area of TET, they'll assist them. But now, if the faculty can notice, no, this student actually was attending this intervention, academic intervention, they tried their best, but came this time of examinations, they decreased because of the situation that was.
Then they can allow you to re-register. So there's that exclusion, the 30% exclusion. Then there's another one that I heard of. I don't know if I'm correct. If you repeat some modules for a certain period and then they come a point where you're like, bro, Luena, you see, you tried.
Even for exclusion scatters, those are very well. Or you're studying only one module. Some always modules then do this way.
Okay, explain that one. How does it do?
That one so basically works like
So all the exclusions work similar in Faculty of SFC and Faculty of Humanities and ICT. Oh, okay. Okay, give my brother Mike to speak. Yeah, this guy has been speaking too much. I want to hear you. Give us an intro, and then from there you'll explain to us the other exclusion. Yeah.
Won't you like the first intro? Hence, you ask.
Yes, you did. Academics one told us his story about how he became the. Yeah, Len, I want that.
My journey in leadership started there way long ago. I can't even recall where it started, but I can tell about some few things.
Who's it? It's a leader over there.
I can pinpoint few moments which stood out for me that I can see they encouraged me to become a person that I am today. So I arrived at TUT Social campus in 2022. I was doing my first year under the Faculty of Humanities. So my transition from high school to university was never easy because no one prepared me for the life in varsity. So I really struggled a lot with my academics during my first year because the transition took time for me to adjust to the life I used to live and the life that I am supposed to live as a varsity student. There came a time whereby I was in a situation where I failed about 2 modules. I failed 2 modules within my first year, and that was semester modules. One was semester module and the other one was a year module during my first year. And luckily I had evidence to support my failure to achieve all those modules. And then one of those things was the one that I mentioned. No one gave me a hands up or prepared me for the transition from the life I used to live in high school and the life that I'm living in varsity.
There's no mama, there's no what. You are on your own. They don't. There's no study pass.
So I had no one to turn to. Then during my second year, I took it upon myself to see there is no first year that is going to struggle that I know of or that I come across campus who is going to struggle as a first year because I went through the same thing. I know how it feels. So I take it upon myself to help every student, every student. I cannot help everyone, but the one that I can reach out You see,
Mara ke bolela ka re damane ke leadership.
that's what my leadership characteristics started to show themselves. Then I managed to cope during my second year, then went to third year, which was last year, 2024. And then during last year, 2024, that's where I was introduced to the SFC, which was office at that time. The likes of Tyrone Marungwane, Mawa Kim Tumbeni, and Kabelo Maposa.
Kabelo Maposa, that's a friend of mine.
Snaps.
Yeah. So those guys, I can say they played a vital role in me wanting to be, not really wanting to become a leader, but equipping me with the necessary skills to become the person that I am today. I am still growing, I'm still learning. I'm not saying I'm there yet, but I'm still growing. So they showed me around campuses where to go to if I need help in terms of SDS. And you know what SDS offers. I just knew that this is okay, building 5, that is SDS. But they offered SDS, I couldn't tell you. The likes of Maposa, Tyrone, and Mawat, they showed me around campuses, sorry. Okay, if you're facing such problems, personal problems, which you cannot confine in a friend, you can to SDS and get help. So during my first year, that information would have been really important if I was exposed to it. So hence I see they played a vital role. Then it was around March when I heard that I can contact for SFC, which is Student Faculty Council. And then that really sparked a light in me to say, you know what, I think based on what they did for me and what I know, I think I am ready to pass on that information or that help to the next person who needs it. And for me to do so, I have to contest for this position. Then that's where I told myself to say, okay, let me give it a try. In the process of giving it a try, I know I'm capable of becoming a leader. So what I have to do is to convince the next person close to me to say, I am a leader. All I need is for you to put your faith or trust in me. That's when I contested for the secretary position under the Student Faculty Council. There was a tough contestant, a competition because the pitch was contested or competitive. They are also leaders. They have the necessary skills to represent students. It's just that I was glad to because I stood out amongst all of them. Then there came time for elections. I was elected as the secretary for Student Faculty Council. And from that day onward, I took an oath to say, I'll do all that is in my powers to ensure that there is no student within this campus or within the institution who's at my reach that is going to struggle. Preach. Then, lucky enough, within the Student Faculty Council and the SFC, there are camps or trainings which we undergo to do what? To sharpen our skills as leaders. There are programs which we attend that sharpens our skills as leaders. One of those programs, we attended them last year at the end of the end of the year, whereby we went to a camp and then they gave us the necessary information and pointed us in the right direction to say, if you need help with certain things, you should go to this office. If you need help with this, you should go to this office. Then I became more equipped with what I need to become that leader I told myself I am capable of being. So coming to 2035, hey, I was burning.
On fire.
I couldn't wait any longer to come back to campus and help the students. I could wait. Then the registration commenced. We came back to campus. It was difficult for us somehow to
Come inside.
come inside actually to say that. But because it is what we want to do to help students, we saw into ourselves to say, no one, we will suffer the consequences, but let's make sure that we assist the students. And then during this registration period for 2025, there are certain few issues which stood out for me, the likes of exclusion, like my colleagues have mentioned, exclusions and probation. It's just a term, it's exclusion, but it goes a long way. It can cause a serious harm to one's future. It's a probation, it goes a long way. It can harm someone's future. And they are good future, if I may say. You see, so in the process of the registrations, the exclusions and probations, I realized that as students, we are going through a lot. 3 mates, just the student, and then 3 mates, so we don't know who to go to. we don't know what to do for us to be. I am releasing my personal contacts, my personal email to say each and every student,
Ke bolele mo office.
each and every student who's encountering any kind of problem, regardless of which faculty you are from, even though I'm representing humanities, but regardless of which faculty you are from, please contact me because I know someone from your faculty that I am contact. You see? So that made it easier for me to connect with the students. I never felt more closer to the students like this year. Because everywhere I turn, someone is there looking for assistance.
Okay. I have a couple of questions now. So I want to ask, what is a probation?
Okay. A probation is a situation with humanities, from how I know it. No? A probation is a situation whereby a student fails a module. Maybe let's say twice, if I say no, twice. You fail one module maybe in 2023, you fail the same module in 2024. Then this is the faculty or the department, they look into that issue. Okay, this person has failed the module this year and the same module the following year, meaning there is something wrong. So they have to put you in probation so that they can be able to assess what is actually affecting you. But yeah, they have to assess or what is actually affecting you. And then the probation thing, it is more easier to resolve than the 1 year exclusion. When you are probation, it is easier for you to be uplifted because you feel the module twice. And then we also look into what the duration of your qualification. If your qualification says you must complete the qualification within 4 years, if you're on probation, you can complete it maybe within 5 years. Okay. Or maybe it's 3 years, or qualification is 3 years, and then you are put on probation. Or even the qualification, they gotta.
Remember that let's break it down of this. Okay. If you're doing advanced diploma that takes 2 years, they're given 4 years to complete it. And then if they're doing informatics that takes 3 years, you're given 6 years to complete it. And then same with BEd, they're given 8 years to complete it. Even if minimum record time it's 4 years, right? And then when they put you on probation, like my colleague said, they look at pass percentage. Failing to pass more than 50% of your modules, even if you're a first year, puts you on a probation. To say we are warning you and we are going to give you interventions to make sure that you don't get excluded. So probation is a registration process, if I'm to put it in simple terms, right? And I'm sorry to say, but teach students don't read their policies. They don't know none whatsoever about what binds their academics. That is why it's so easy for them to get conned. Their parents' hard-earned money, because now you find people paying 200 for probation form. Somebody just goes to building 12 240 and get there with the student number, fill in the probation on SASO, you pay 400 because you don't read. I'm sorry, it hurts me because I'm a parent. It hurts me to say, uh, what are we becoming? Because if I'm in TUT, I'm regarded an academia, meaning that it should be very hard to hide anything. But with social Google campus is totally the different story, because if you want to hide anything from a TUT student, write it down. Put a notice there. They'll still know when they say for diploma the course is full. For this diploma the course is full. They'll still come with a paper and saying I'm making for this qualification. But they knocked. It's written there. Sorry, this course is full. So I'm sorry to say, I know it might come across very wrong, but
It did. And they're coming for you. It's from a big. They're coming from you. Yeah.
this is my big sister to say, let's conscientize ourselves with our surroundings and everything that binds the surrounding that we are in. It's very important. It was very painful when that lady was crying. She was on some serious money. But had she went to the treaty website, the information is there. You can never pay for anyone to accept you in TUT, or you can never pay for admission in TUT. Those things are written. But because somebody just decided to correct, those are lies, guys. There's no course of kai.
I know cause already she.
No course already.
There's no cause.
Say APSC namera N1 betebel. Nothing like Jonaji. So same with probation exclusion. Students ask us things that are written in their prospectus. The first document that you must interrogate when you want to become a GUT student. Chapter 2 of the prospectus details everything on provision and exclusion. So, guys, next year, don't bother the infamy SFC. Read.
Wow. Okay. No, I hear you. I heard your story. Now, I just want to know something. What is the SFC responsible for? Like, in short, you told for the chance one by one. Don't go lolo 5 hours. Just explain to me, what is the SFC responsible for? I'm going to start with the girl guy. He's been quiet for quite some time. Austin. Even she. Yeah.
Well, the responsibility of SFC is basically interact more with management and student affairs. Hence, we've mentioned that we have constituents, right? Goes like this. It's SFC, House Committee, it's class peps. So, if there's an issue in the class, we can't oversee what's happening in the class of informatics third year. Whereas I'm in first year. You get me? So, we have class reps for that. Class reps, they tell the house committees. And then once the house committees try to tackle that issue in the classroom and they fail, they bring it up to us, the SFCs. We, the SFCs, then have head-to-head conversation with the HODs or section heads, or rather we pass on via emails.
Oh, so you're giving each other heads. Okay, yeah, sure.
Good head. Here's the search is that and maneuver any situation. Hey, Marasha can be thoughts in people's head, you know. Yeah, but
Oh, why don't you just give them heads? Not okay.
yeah, so basically that's what we do. And then, like she said, if TT students don't read, if you put something within documentation, they'll just pass it. So with us, we then take that information from the prospectus, we bring it back to you again, put it in a communicate, and then we release it as a picture or
Don't act as if whenever you're at a website and say read the terms and conditions, you just tick the box.
I read. You just tick the box and move. I can safely and confidentially say confidential.
Why confidential?
PDF can then shorten those terms and conditions for you. There's no need for you not to read those things. Yes, snap them, put them on PDF and say AI summarize in one sentence.
There different types of reading. We do screening.
Yeah, this clicker. We have ChatGPT for these things. This thing is not for. Listen what I'm saying. ChatGPT is there to simplify your life.
Yeah.
Instead of you using it to cheat tests, that's what it can do for you. You just go into that prospectus, you're like, okay, document, summarize this. It gives you the key points.
Even as audio.
Gives you key points. And then you're like, okay, no, this is what is your, this is. So so those are the things that the SFCs have. It's just that students tend to not know their SFCs if they are too quiet. So as SFCs, you have to be loud and proud of what you do. Be loud and proud of your work.
Be loud and proud. What? Hey, okay, my brother, when you want to add something?
I'm just gonna touch on the hierarchy of SFC, and then I'll also let the lady of the house, to conclude.
The mother.
So with me, SFC is the link that mediates for the students between the hierarchy, the higher rankings and
The lower ranks.
lower ranks. So here we have a hierarchy. I don't know if it's going to appear on the camera.
Are you gonna send me the picture and put it there?
So we have a hierarchy system that we devised to say this is the procedure that you need to follow for you to lodge your complaint, then for you to be assistant suite. The first one is whereby a student reports to their class reps. Because your first line of report, you have to go to your class rep if you're encountering a problem. And then failure for your class rep to assist you, this class rep can escalate the matter to the house committee. A house committee also constitutes of what? Class reps. See, so those are the ones that have direct communication with your lecturer or the HOD. They have a direct contact with the HOD or the lecturer. And then failure for the house committee to assist you, therefore, that's where SFC steps in. The SFC steps in. This is where the SFC mediates for you directly to the HOD. Failure for the SFC to mediate for the students, then we introduce our CRSC ETO, which is the Education Transformation Officer. Yes. No. Yes.
It's fine.
Yes.
I'll touch base.
Cheers. So that is my take on student what you're responsible for.
I'm just gonna be very quick. Like a minute. Vince's been sketch, right?
That's a ice spice.
So, student representatives, we have the biggest board. We
have the biggest body.
Representative Council, which is SRC, which is divided into two. It's divided into institutional and the campus one. The campus one deals with issues beyond faculty level, which is your issues with other things other than academics, right? Water. And then in the CSRC, we have the ETO, which we call the Education and Transformation Officer. Under the ETO, there is us. Student Faculty Council is a wing or a division under the ETO's office. Now, why SFC? They look to her, what the ETO has to do is a lot for her alone. They introduce the 3 office bearers. Remember, we are the office bearers. The council is made out of us and all the house committee chairpersons and all the academic structures like your SATUS and in your worker society, hacker society, the girls in tech, the chairperson of all those they form part of the council. The council is not made up of 3 people, right? Now, from a student to FFC, before they meet it, they escalate to the 8. Here's what happens. The student reports to the class rep. The class rep reports to the lecturer. If the issue is not resolved, the class rep takes the matter to the house committee. If the house committee cannot resolve the issue with the lecturer, they take the in upon with the HO. If they can't resolve it, the issue is escalated then to us to the board. We follow through the issue. Start from the lecturer, the HOD, and then if it's not resolved at the departmental level, then now we directly report to the faculty of teaching and learning, right? So if the issue is not resolved as involving the faculty dean, we now call in the aide, which forms part of the highest body of the student representative council.
Yeah, you're done.
That is the hierarchy.
That's the hierarchy.
So SFC, it's a division under the.
I'm gonna come to you if my risk manager starts harassing me. Okay, can I come?
No cars.
Ah.
So the basic
wait.
main objective of FLC is to deal with academic issues.
Oh. So if I'm having a problem with a bully in class, I can come to you guys.
Yes. No, you go to the house committee directly. You can't go to the classroom because now we have a universal access in the house.
So this bullying, okay, how do you guys address cyberbullying? Like, what are the repercussions for someone who's a bully in class?
Cyber one.
But let's just say all the different types of bullying.
Okay, for the cyber one, when I have a quick solution,
Okay.
I remove them from the group.
You remove them from the group.
Remember a group? A WhatsApp group.
They can still inbox the person.
Then now it's a case can blow off 1-to-1. No, it's cyberbullying. You can serve 5 years in jail for that. Just that if we allow people to harass us a lot,
Leadership will have you behind bars. Eh?
yeah, you should.
Leadership doesn't play.
Start from first care, so they know in my case. So you misbehave, I remove. I change the access to the group and then I allow everyone for the cards and I keep prove the first thing is then I'll still deny access. Remember, as a culture, you don't have a direct link the student outside class. So now if you miss my case, it's my case enough as a culture to say I'll create a group so that the missed information you get it there. Then now in my group you harass me about shit. Because as a class rep or when you do with someone in the group. No, I don't you.
I bet this one was one of those people they hate in class. Strict people I hated.
Believe me, the minute they get the 0 9s, they come running to inbox. So, they would hate you for that minute, man. I don't still come back.
Because you have
Coming out as the highly voted candidate of SFC in both ICT and humanities made me to think that people would temporarily hate you for the tough love, and then they would still be loyal to. We voted 2.9 vote. Kimala.
Yeah. Okay. So you can address that bullying in class. Can a class rep stand up and whip someone's?
That's why we even in it's even in the class.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What if I fail the subject and I want to do it again, but then disabling me from doing it again? What are the processes for me to be able to do that subject again?
Remember, the process that denies you from doing it again is exclusion. Is normally I learned something today. Actually, I didn't know of it. That as a council or as a committee, the teaching committee at the department, we can recommend for a student to change a module. Right? Of all your modules, you are failing in this one major. Let's say you are measuring in technology and maths and CAT. You are failing maths, but CAT and technology are passing. The CAT government would do EGT. And
Yeah, it's not for you. Maybe it's for other people, but as for you, nah.
yeah. So, but if you are eager, I think Luana, you can present the case. Remember, these students can come in and defend their cases. Or no, man. For the past 2 years, I've been dealing with my mother and my father's divorce. And then my boyfriend, Patanya, and I was a victim of GBV.
And then having a statement or I went to SDS and stuff. Yeah. Okay, no, I get you. So, guys, I think we can cut this one now. Ebo. I'm gonna have one-on-one with each and every individual so that I can learn your story or where do you come from. The interesting story. How did you get here? Because everyone did not get a chance to say everything. For now, this is just an update on what's happening on campus. The procedure. Read your prospectus. Read there. Don't play around. Now,
Registrations are closing on Sunday. You must go and register. Registrations are closing. They must go.
register now. They're not gonna extend them.
No,
No extension.
no extension.
Or not that we know of.
Not
that
that
they know
more
of.
of. Now, yes, you should say not that.
Who know of it? It's highly recommended that now we push by only that you register it. When the you have arrives in within the 1% or ish, now we must wait until they finish with the meetings or they must accept. The costs.
it's true.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, before I close, I need your words in closing. I'm gonna start with my brother over here. Any words in closing? This guy okay.
So, in a nutshell, I would like to say, please know where to seek contact the relevant people. We are out there. So avoid being scammed or being conned. You voted for us, so please don't be afraid to reach out to us. But you're not saying after 9. You see, office hours is 9 to 4. Please reach out to us. And I'll also leave my numbers on the podcast and also my email. So that if you are encountering any problem, please reach out to me. I'll do my level best to assist you. Thank you.
There.
Over to you, Dash.
No,
So go and send the ladies first. Good night.
you go pinch. Okay, no problem. From Museveni, I to you, it's very short. We love you. That's why we are here. It's hard. It's not easy for both you at home and us. The theme of SFC this year is mental health. So much as we are trying to calm the panic, please prioritize our mental health. We are human at the end of the day. Before we are leaders, we are students. We have to prioritize ourselves at some point in time. So we love you, and this things takes time. Please be patient. When you come to our inboxes, be kind. Write to me the way you'd want me to write to. Otherwise, ciao.
It's afternoon, my brother, not my day any time.
Bye.
That's dog. Yeah, as my colleagues have said, we are here for you guys. Our doors are open. Know your SFCs. Don't be there lost in the dark where the time comes that your marks are not there now. That's when you think, hey, there's SFs. Run to us while there's still time. But doors are always open. Like they've said, going to leave our contact details. Yeah. Hit our inboxes. I'm there running hot. But not after 9. Not before 8.
Tingling after that.
Not before 8.
What to see, bro?
Allah. And I'm to 6 today. I received the call at 6 o'clock, guys. And I looked at it, I slept. Then no.
Because they're panicking. Now I understand them.
Yeah,
I was a fairly student in
wait. Well,
I understand.
You know exactly who to call. Like she understands.
Yeah, and they know what I gracefully protect them if I
yeah, stay away from scammers. That's one advice I did for you. So me to you, Austin Mongwe.
please follow our channel on WhatsApp. That's where we post a lot. We're sitting at 700 followers.
I want this video there.
Our faculty is 6K plus, 10K plus students. So please continue following us.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this one. And definitely I'm going to have these people back again to come and give us the campus update and everything. Every now and then I'm going to have a continuous relationship with them because they have information. Since we are lazy to read, we just listen to them. It's fine. But I'm not promoting the lazy to read thing. Read your things, Hal. Read your things. Anyways, thank you for watching this one. It is I, Mr. Productions. Thank you for watching Authentic Reflections with Mr. Productions. Bye-bye.
Authentic. Second, this is